कृष्णं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। अंजनानंदनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करं। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै। नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So we finished the 43rd Sarga, which is the penultimate Sarga in the Gangavatarana narration. So 7 Sargas of Gangavatarana and maybe 3-4 Sargas before that of Kartikeya. So Ganga and Gangeya. So uh, what is his name? Bhushanakara is very nicely saying that in the next chapter he says, so Ganga and Gangeya story, the story of Ganga and Gangeya. Gangeya is so Ganga Putra, which is Kartikeya in the story. So that has been told in 10 chapters, he says in the beginning of the next chapter. But anyway, so this is the last Sarga pertaining to Ganga story, which we will see today, which is 44th Sarga. And we will see the first 10-12 shlokas of the next Sarga also, because the next Sarga is very big. This Sarga is small, about 23 verses. So we will be able to finish the next Sarga in the next class if we do some 10-12 shlokas today. Let's see how it proceeds. Atha Chatushchatvarimsha Sargaha. So 44th Sarga. Where did we finish? In the previous Sarga we saw that Ganga finally, so Shiva took it upon him and then released it, and then then that Ganga became Janhavi, etc. And then Bhagiratha, he went up to Patal Loka, and Ganga also followed him up to there. And then Ganga kind of soaked, or what should I say, washed or inundated the ashes of Sagara's 60,000 children. So all that story was completed. So that inundation of 60,000 children of Ganga, of Sagara, that story was already completed in the previous Sarga. But so Vishwamitra is going a little more behind and then starting the story again, so that what should I say, Papa Mochanam of Sagara's Putras, that is told in a little more detail. So Brahmaji will appear, etc. All those things are told in this Sarga. So he goes back a little and then starts the story. So we will see as it happens. So Sagatva Sagaram Raja Gangayanu Gatastada Pravivesha Talam Bhumer Yatrate Bhasmasat Kritaha. So already those people have already been, purified or sanctified by Ganga, those ashes, but then he's going back to the story. Sagatva Sagaram Raja. So Saha Raja, so Bhagiratha. Raja is Bhagiratha here. So Gangayanu Gataha. Tada means thereafter. Thereafter means after that Janhu Maharshi took away all, he drank away Ganga and then he again released it through his ear. Therefore she became Janhavi. After becoming Janhavi, again Bhagiratha he went ahead, and then Ganga was following him. So Tada means thereafter. Thereafter means again after Janhu Maharshi released Ganga. So Tada Saha Raja Bhagiratha Gangayanu Gataha. So Gangayanu Gataha is, so he was followed by Ganga, and then where did he go? He went up to Sagara. So he went up to Sagara. That is the place where it was dug up. Sagara, till Ganga filled it, it was not a water body. It was just a land which was dug up by the Sagara Putras. So that Sagara, that Bhumi, where this digging up was done by Sagara's Putras, there Gatwa, he didn't stop there also. So Sagaram Gatwa, having gone up to that place, Bhumehe Talam Pravivesha, he went up to the bedrock, or what should I say, the surface, not even surface, but then what should I say, the bedrock of Bhumi. He went to the bedrock of Bhumi, where so Yatra te Bhasmasat Kritaha. Yatra te means Sagaraputraha Bhasmasat Kritaha. Bhasmasat Kritaha means as though they were turned to ashes. So they were turned into ashes actually by Kapila Maharshi's ire. So they were turned into ashes. Where they were turned into ashes, to that Pradesha the Sagara went. So he didn't stop just at Sagara, he went up to Patala Loka, where these people were turned into ashes. So that is his intention. He has to bring Ganga ultimately up till there. So Gangayanu Gataha he, so Ganga also followed him up till that place. भस्मन्यथाप्लुते राम गंगायाः सलिलेन वै सर्वलोक प्रभुर ब्रह्मा राजानमिदमब्रवीत्. सो भस्मनि अथ आप्लुते, हे राम, सो भस्मनि अथ आप्लुते गंगया सलिलेन वै. So Gangayaha Salilena, by the waters of Ganga, Bhasmani Aplute. Aplute means, so again, so when they were wet by the water. So when Ganga washed those ashes of those Sagaraputras, when that happened, that is when those ashes were washed by the waters of Ganga, Atha, thereafter, so Sarvaloka Prabhu Brahma, so Brahmaji, who's the overlord of this entire universe, Rajanam Idam Abravit. So suddenly he appeared there and he spoke the following words to Bhagiratha. Tarita Narashabdula Divam Yatascha Devavat Shashtif Putra Sahasrani Sagarasya Mahatmanaha. So Ganga, so Brahmaji is giving the certificate about ultimately. So actually we have seen earlier that due to Kapila Maharshi's Shapa, these people have turned into ashes, and because they have been turned into ashes or they died because of some Shapa, so some earthly, what is that? So earthly. Earthly, what is that karma called? So salilodakam, etc. If you give, so that salila kriya, tarpanam. So tarpanam, etc. with earthly water will not do. They will not attain Swargaloka because they have been shapta, they have been cursed. So first the curse should be removed, then they will attain the eligibility to go to Swargaloka. So that's what Brahmaji is telling. Now that curse has been removed. So Tarita Narashabdula. So Tarita means they have been crossed over. That is, they have been taken up from the curse. That is, they have been crossed over from the curse. Hey Narashabdullah, hey best amongst men, Divam Yatascha Devavat. So they have gone to there. So Devavat means like Devatas, they have gone to Swargaloka also. So Shashtihi Putra Sahasrani Sagarasya Mahatmanaha. So that Sagarasya Mahatmanaha Sagarasya, the Shashtihi Putra Sahasrani, the 60,000 children of that Mahatma Sagara. So they have been what should I, relieved of their curse, and now they are standing there in Swargaloka. And then you have to do the Uttarakala samskaras, etc. He's going to tell next. Sagarasya jalam loke yavat sthasyati parthiva sagarasyaatmajas sarve divisthasyanti devavat. So Sagarasya jalam loke. So Sagarasya jalam means this jalam that he brought, Sagarasya jalam means that jalam which has been brought due to the efforts of these Sagaraputras. That is, they dug it, and then his subsequent generations did tapas, Bhagiratha did tapas ultimately. So Sagarasya jalam means that jalam, that is Ganga Devi here, which has some relation to this. So Shashti whenever is used, Sagarasya is there, Shashti is always used for Sambandha Samanyam. They say Sambandha Samanya Shashti. So Shashti Vibhakti is used for some general kind of Sambandha itself. So when specific Sambandha is not mentioned anywhere, so Shashti is used for a general Sambandha. The general Sambandha with Sagara and his lineage here is that because of their efforts, this water came to Bhuloka. That is the meaning. So Sagarasya Jalam Loke Yavat Sthasyati Parthiva. Hey Parthiva, hey King, Sagarasya Jalam Yavat Loke Sthasyati. For as long as this Sagarasya Jalam, this Ganga Devi remains on this earth, so long Sagarasya Atmaja Sarve Divi Sthasyanti Devavat. So long will these Sagarasya Atmajaha, that is the children of this Sagara Chakravarti, they will all stay in Divi, in Swargaloka. Divi Sthasyanti, they will stay there in Swargaloka. How? Sarve. So Sarve Sagarasya Atmajaha, all of them will stay in Swargaloka. Devavat, like Devatas are also there in Swargaloka. So these people also will stay in Swargaloka. That is, they will also enjoy Swarga Bhogas, etc. like these Devatas. So for as long as this Ganga is flowing on earth, so long will they remain in Swargaloka. Iyancha Duhita Jeshtha Tava Ganga Bhavishyati. Tvatkritena Chanam Nath Loke Sthasyanti Vishruta. So remember, Bhagiratha also did not have children. So we saw when Bhagiratha goes to tapas, we have seen that he did not have children, but he went to tapas not for the sake of his own children or anything. He went to tapas for the sake of getting Ganga. So Brahmaji is giving an extra boon here. Yancha Duhita Jeshtha Tava Ganga Bhavishyati. So this Ganga will also be your elder daughter. She will be born to you as your elder daughter. Duhita Jeshtha. So Yam Ganga Tava Jeshtha Duhita Bhavishyati. She will become your elder daughter in the future. Bhavishyati. So Tvatkritena cha namnatha loke sthasyati Vishruta. So by the name that you give her, Tvatkritena namna, by the name that you give her, or by the name that you are passing on to her, you are Bhagiratha and she will be Bhagirathi. So by your name that passes on to her, Tvatkritena namna loke sthasyanti Vishruta. Loke Vishruta sthasyati. So she will remain on this earth with great fame. That is, she will attain great fame on this earth by your name. So she will get the name Bhagirathi. That is the meaning. गंगा त्रिपथगा नाम दिव्या भागीरथी च त्रीन्पथो भावयन्ती तस्मात् त्रिपथगा स्मृता. So Ganga Tripathaga Nama Divya Bhagirathi च. So this Ganga will now have three names. He is telling, what is that? Tripathaga, Divya, Bhagirathi. So Tripathaga, so you can understand this way. Divya is that Akasha Ganga, Bhagirathi is that Ganga that has come on to earth, and then Tripathaga to fill the third number, so that Sankhya Puranartham, she is Tripathaga, so that Ganga which went up to Patala Loka, you can call her Tripathaga. Anyway, three names for this Ganga will be there hereafter. Brahmaji is telling Tripathaga, Divya, Bhagirathi. So Ganga will become famous by these three names. And why she is this? Why is she called Tripathaga again? So Treen Patho Bhavayanti iti Tasmat Tripathaga Smrita. So Treen Pathaha Bhavayanti. Bhavayanti means, so she will, what should I say? She will purify or sanctify three paths, three courses she will take, and she will sanctify the place that she flows by in those three courses. Therefore, she is called Tripathaga. Treen Patho Bhavayanti iti Tasmat Tripathaga Smrita. So Tasmat Tripathaga Smrita, therefore she will be called as Tripathaga. Therefore, she is called as Tripathaga because she is taking these three courses and sanctifying Bhavayanti. She is sanctifying those places wherever she flows. So I forgot to tell you in the previous Sarga, if you remember, there was a description, live telecast I was telling. So Ganga is falling down from Akasha, then falling on Shiva's head, and then falling down on earth. There also she is called Tripathaga. Commentators have pointed out. So that Ganga that is falling from heaven, then Ganga that is on Shiva's head, and Ganga that has flown on earth. That is also Tripathaga Ganga. Anyway, by this shloka, commentators are telling that Vishwamitra has finally concluded the story that Rama wanted to hear. Rama wanted to hear why Tripathaga Ganga, From afternoon, the story is going on. You will see in the end of the Sarga that finally evening has arrived. From afternoon, they have reached that place. In the afternoon, they have done all their, the karmas that are usually done on Ganga Tira, and then they have been narrating, Vishwamitra has been narrating all the stories since then. So anyway, Tripathaga Smrita, therefore, hey Rama have, indirectly it's the hint that I have conveyed the story that you wanted to hear. Pitamahanam sarvesham tvamatra manujadhipa kurushva sarilam rajan pratignyam apavarjaya. So Brahmaji is further instructing Pitamahanam sarvesham tvamatra he manujadhipa. Manujadhipa means he ruler of people. So he manujadhipa. So Pitamahanam sarvesham tvamatra salilam kurushva. That is the salila kriya tarpanam. So you do sarvesham pitamahanam of all your pitamahas. So if you remember the lineage, Sagara had 60,000 children from the second wife, and from the elder wife he had one son, and then he had a grandson called Amshuman. So the elder son was Asamanjasa. So Asamanjasa had one son called Amshuman. Of course, Asamanjasa was banished from ruling. I think somebody wrote this recently. So you see, it was a monarchy, no doubt, but that monarchy was a accountable monarchy. So it was not an absolute monarchy in the sense that even if the king is bad, he will continue. So if the king is bad, so he was banished. So even the father himself will decide this person is not eligible to rule over this people. So Asamanjasa was banished. It's not like merely because he's my son, he has to become the king. So he's also accountable. If you remember, Asamanjasa had some qualities which are very disturbing. So therefore, he was banished from the kingdom. But Asamanjasa's son, Amshuman, was a nice person. So Amshuman was made the prince. He was supposed to be the next king. Then Amshuman's son was Dilipa. Dilipa's son is Bhagiratha. So all these people, all of them made pratignya. Sagara tried, Amshuman tried, Dilipa tried, and then only you have succeeded. All that he's going to tell now. So therefore, you have to fulfill the vow that your ancestors have taken. So and these people, Sagarasya Putraha, these Sagaras also, they are his Pitamahas only in some way. So great grandfathers. Pitamahanam Sarvesham Tvam Atra Salilam Kurushva. That is Salila Kriya Tarpanam. Atra means in this place where Ganga has now come here. So in that place you do their Salila Kriya. And then He Rajan Pratignyam Apavarjaya. So Pitamahanam Pratignyam Apavarjaya. So Pratignya is that vow that they have taken. Somehow we have to bring Gangaji to earth and then make her wash or inundate or whatever, wet those ashes. So that Pratignya they have done. So Apavarjaya is so he has also taken that Pratignya before he was ruling. Then suddenly he entrusted it to his ministers, and then he said, okay, now I'm going to tapasya to bring down Ganga. So the Pratignya that you have undertaken and others have also undertaken, that Apavarjaya. Apavarjaya is you fulfill the Pratignya. That is the meaning. Literal meaning is you cross over that Pratignya. That is now. So you put the Pratignya behind. You put the Pratignya behind not because you are not able to fulfill it. You are putting the Pratignya behind because you have successfully completed. It's like a milestone. When you are crossing, the milestone goes behind. That means you have crossed that path. You have accomplished that task. That's the meaning. So Pratignyam Apavarjaya, you fulfill the vow that your Pitamahas have taken and you yourself have taken, so that you do. So therefore you perform their Salila Kriya here. Purvakena hi te rajans tenati yashasatva dharminam pravarena thanaisha prapto manoratha. So this act that you have done of bringing Ganga here, so such a great act it is. Brahmaji is telling how great an act it is. So Purvakena hi te Purvakena, that is by one of your ancestors. This is referring to Dilipa. Sorry, this is referring to Sagara. So that Sagara Purvakena te Purvakena, one of your ancestors, hey Rajan, Tena Atishay Atiyashasa. So Tena Atiyashasa. So Atiyashasa means somebody who had great fame. That Sagara who had great fame, and Dharminam Pravarena. So that Dharminam Pravara means so somebody who was the greatest of Dharmika people. So by that Sagara also this could not be realized. So Naisha Prapto Manoratha. This Manoratha is this, this Sankalpa could not be accomplished by even such a great Sagara who was the greatest of Dharmikas and who was very famous also. So even by him this could not be accomplished. So not just him. Next, Tathaivam Shumatavatsa loke pratimate jasa gangam prarthayata netum pratigya napavarjita. So tathaiva amshumata. So like even Sagara could not accomplish it, tathaiva in the same way amshumata. So even by Amshuman, hey Vatsa means hey child, hey Bhagiratha. So loke apratima tejasa in this. So what kind of Amshuman he is? Apratima tejasa amshumata. So by that Amshuman who had, whose prowess was not matched by anyone. So by matchless prowess he had. So by that Amshumata also Gangam Prarthayata. He was also somehow desiring to bring this Ganga. Gangam Prarthayata is he also performed tapas, etc. That is, he wanted to somehow bring down Ganga. So by him also Gangam Prarthayata Netum Pratignya Nap. So Gangam Netum Prarthayata. That is, he was performing tapas. That is, he was praying to bring down Ganga. So pratignya napavarjita, even he could not accomplish that pratignya that he made. So neither neither Sagara nor Amshuman, none of them could fulfill this pratignya. See, interestingly, I thought I will tell you in Sanskrit when adjectives they use in Samanadhikaranyam. So they have to be in the same vibhakti. If words are used in the same vibhakti, then one of them becomes the noun, the others become the adjectives to that noun. So in Sanskrit, when you are writing, you can write it either way. You can put the noun in between, noun in the first, adjectives here and there, or adjectives first or adjectives last. But it's difficult to say like that in when you're translating, especially into English. So if I have to say, see, I can say Loke apratima tejasa Gangam netum prarthayata amshumata pratignya napavarjita. I can say like that, or I can reorder these words anyway. But I cannot do that if I have to translate this into English. So I have to say amshumata, by that Amshuman who was matchless in his prowess and who also desired to bring down Ganga. I can only say like this. I cannot put these adjectives first while translating because it makes no sense if it doesn't make for a smooth reading anyway. So I thought I will just tell that. Anyway, so that Amshuman also could not accomplish it. Then comes the turn of Dilipa. So Dilipa, he's using two shlokas. Rajarshina Gunavata Maharshi Samatejasa Mattulya Tapasa Chaiva Kshatra Dharma Sthitena Cha Dilipena Mahabhaga Tava Pitrati Tejasa Punarna Shakita Netum Gangam Prarthayata Nagha. So even by Dilipa, who was Rajarshina, by that Rajarshi Dilipa, Gunavata means, so he had some very extraordinary gunas he had, that is sadgunas he had. Maharshi Samatejasa, in his prowess, he was equal to Maharshi. I think Tilakakara or somebody is telling Maharshi Samatejasa means equal to Vasishtha, etc. So much prowess he had. And Mattulya Tapasa, and in Tapas Shakti, he is equal to me. Brahmaji is telling Dilipa was equal to me in Tapas. And Kshatra Dharma Sthitena Cha, he was always, what should I say, he was engaged in performing his Kshatriya Dharma. So very dharmic person, that is the meaning. Kshatriya Dharma Sthitena Dilipena, hey Mahabhaga, hey fortunate one, hey Bhagiratha. Even by that Dilipa, who was Pitra, so Tava Pitra, who was your father, so Ati Tejasa, who was also of great. So here Tejas you should take body luster. Earlier Maharshi Samatejasa, there they have said in Parakrama, etc. he was like that. And Punarna Shakita Netum Gangam Prarthayata. So Gangam Netum Prarthayata Punarna Shakita, or Gangam Prarthayata Punaha Netum Nashakita. So he was also desirous of bringing Ganga onto this earth, but he could also not fulfill it. So Punaha netum nashakita. Even he once again failed to bring down this Ganga onto earth. So so many people have tried, still they could not accomplish it, and you have accomplished it. Therefore, he is calling him Mahabhaga. He you are a very fortunate person, Mahabhaga. सात्वया समतिक्रांता प्रतिज्ञा पुरुषर्षभा प्राप्तोसि परमं लोके यशः परमसम्मतम्. So सात्वया समतिक्रांता. This sa means, so you should imagine that pratigna which could not be fulfilled by Sagara or by Amshuman or by Dilipa, sa pratigna, that kind of pratigna. And all those were great people, great dharmika people, great gunavan. In Dilipa, so even he was great, he was equal to me in tapas. So even by such people, this could not be accomplished. Sa tvaya samatikranta, sa tvaya pratigna. So sa pratigna tvaya samatikranta. Samatikranta is, so it was achieved. That's the meaning. Samatikranta means it was, like I said, it was put behind by you, it was crossed over by you. That is, you have achieved that pratigna. Hey Purusharshabha, hey best amongst men, you could achieve such a great thing. Praptosi paramam loke yashaha paramasammatam. Therefore, because of this great achievement that you have had, so loke paramam yashaha praptosi, you have achieved great fame. By this achievement, you have now obtained great fame in this world. And what kind of fame? Paramasammatam. Paramasammatam means, so they are nicely explaining Paramasammatam here. Let me read that to you. Paramasammatam, Tilakakara is telling Paramasammatam paramam utkrishtam cha tat sammatam sarvaloka sammatam ityarthaha. So paramam cha tat sammatam cha, that is, it is very high, and then and also very well, respected by people of this world. So such kind of fame you have achieved. Or Shiromani Kara also has something to say. So Paramasammatam means Paramanam Utkrishta Jananam Sammatam Atyanta Ichha Vishayi Bhutam. So Paramasammatam means it is something that is desired by very highly placed people. That is, even great people want such kind of fame, but they are not able to obtain it. But you have obtained it by this great act of yours of bringing Ganga down to earth. So that kind of pratigna you have fulfilled. तच्च गंगावतरणं त्वया कर्तुमरिन्दम त्वया कृतमरिन्दम अनेन च भवान् प्राप्तो धर्मस्यायतनं महत्. So तच्च गंगावतरणं त्वया कृतं. So tat gangavataranam, again this tat gangavataranam, that gangavataranam, that gangavataranam means that gangavataranam which could not be achieved by such great kings. So that gangavataranam tvaya kritam, so it has been achieved by you, Arindama, he Bhagiratha, who has subdued all his enemies. So here enemies, so all the antashatrus, because for so long he performed great tapas, etc. So by that tapas you have subdued your internal enemies, etc. So by such a person it has been achieved. Anena cha bhavan praptaha dharmasya ayatanam mahat. So anena means by this act. So bhavan means you. So bhavan is respectable you have achieved. So bhavan praptaha, you have obtained. Dharmasya ayatanam mahat. So dharmasya mahad ayatanam. So that great abode of dharma you have achieved. So great abode of dharma means Tilakakara is telling Brahmaloka. By this great act that you have achieved, that is, you have brought down Ganga, and then not even for your sake, you have brought down Ganga for the sake of ancestors of 2-3 generations, your great grandfathers, for their sake you did all this. So by this great act, and then because of you, other people are also benefiting from this Ganga. So with this act, you have obtained a place in Brahmaloka itself. प्लावयस्वत्वमात्मानं नरोत्तम सदोचिते सलिले पुरुषश्रेष्ठ शुचिः पुण्यफलो भव. So प्लावयस्वत्वम atmanam. Atmanam here, atma means deha. So your deha also, so that is, you also go and have snanam in that. So plavayasva is, you also take a dip. That is, you also have snanam in that Ganga water. Plavayasva tvam atmanam. Atmanam plavayasva means, so you go and dip your body. That's the intention. So that is, you go and take a bath. Hey Narottama. So sadochite salile. Sadochite salile means sada uchite salile. So this salila means water. So these waters of Ganga, they are so holy that they are, there is no muhurtam for them in which you have to take bath or not have to take bath. That is how Tilakakara and others are also telling. So it seems in some lagnas you should not take bath in rivers like Simha, Karkata, etc. But this Ganga's water is so holy that there is no such rule, prohibition or anything for taking bath in Ganga's water. So sada uchite salile. So uchite means, so it is appropriate for taking bath. Sada, at all times you can take bath in it. Sada uchite salile. He Purushashreshtha, he Bhagiratha. So shuchihi punya phalo bhava. You are already shuchihi, but then you take bath there. You are already purified, but take bath there by punya phalo bhava. So by your act you are setting an example for people, your citizens, etc., people of this world. You are that phalam you will get. You will get the phalam of setting an example to people. That is how this punya phalo bhava is being interpreted. Punya phalo bhava, simply they could have said that you take bath there, purify yourself and obtain punya. But he has already done such great tapas. He has already, Brahmaji himself is telling, you have obtained place in Brahmaloka. So what is this punya phalo bhava? That is what he is telling, that so punya phalaha lokanam punya nishpadakaha tvam bhava. So punya phalaha bhava is, so you set an example for how people should obtain punya in this loka. So by taking bath in this Ganga water, people will obtain punya. That example you set, he is telling. So pitamahanam sarvesham kurushva salilakriyam swastitestu gamishyami swanlokam gamyatam nrupa. So pitamahanam sarvesham kurushva salilakriyam. So sarvesham pitamahanam salila kriyam kurushva, you perform the salila kriya, tarpanam, etc. for your pitamaha. See, earlier because of the shapa they were not eligible for the tarpana, but now that the shapa has been removed, they are eligible for the tarpana, and you do for tarpana this Ganga waters, Brahmaji is telling. And then swasti testu gamishyami swam lokam gamishyami. So may good happen to you, te swasti astu, and swam lokam aham gamishyami. So you need not say aham, because gamishyami already includes that. Gamishyami means I am going. Okay, so I am going to my swam lokam, to my own loka, Brahmaloka I am going. So you also gamyatam nrupa, hey king, you also gamyatam, you also go to your puri. So you also go back to your puri. That is, so gamyatam nrupa he is telling here, because you remember he actually entrusted his all kingdom and came to tapasya. That means Brahmaji, by saying gamyatam, he is telling you go back and rule the kingdom. Don't give away the kingdom. You have achieved your purpose. Now you go back and rule. So Tikakaras are pointing out that gamyatam here is an instruction to go back and rule, not just go back and rule the kingdom. Then ityevam uktva deveshaha sarvaloka pitamahaha yathagatam tathagacchad devalokam mahayashaha. So ityevam uktva, having said thusly, that is having said what he said so far, deveshaha, so the ruler of all devatas, mahayashaha, so that Brahmaji of great fame, sarvaloka pitamahaha, he is the pitamaha of everybody, yathagatam tathagacchad, so like he came, so he went. That is, he came, appeared suddenly, and then suddenly he disappeared also. And then yathagatam tathagacchad devalokam, so tatha devalokam agacchate, so the same way he went back to devaloka. Bhagirathasthu rajarshihi kritva salilamuttamam yathakramam yathanyayam sagaranam mahayashaha. So Bhagirathasthu, tu means Bhagiratha also, that is the intention. That is Bhagirathasthu, tu usually is used in the sense of on the other hand. So on the other hand, what did Bhagiratha do? So Bhagiratha didn't go to Devaloka immediately. He went back to his own Puri and ruled over, and eventually after he died, he went to Brahmaloka. You should imagine that way. So anyway, Bhagiratha Rajarshihi, that Rajarshi Bhagiratha, so Salilam, so Uttamam Salilam Krutva. Salilam here means Salila Kriya. So that Salila Kriya, great Tarpana Kriya, etc. Krutva, having done that. So how did he do? Yatha Kramam, Yatha Nyayam. Yatha Kramam means of those 60,000 people, now he has to do Tarpanam. So the elder he did first, the second one he did second, for the third one he did third, like that. So Yatha Kramam means in their order of elder to younger, in that order he performed the Tarpanam. And then Yatha Nyayam. Yatha Nyayam, according to Shastras he did. And then, so of whom did he do? For whom did he do? Sagaranam. So Sagaranam Salilam Uttamam Krutva. So having done the Salila Kriya of those Sagaratmajas, then Krutodaka Shuchi Raja Swapuram Praviveshaha Samruddhartho Narashreshta Swarajyam Prashashasaha. So Krutodakaha means somebody who has done that Salila Kriya. Utaka means water. So Krutodakaha, one who has done water, means one who has done that Salila Kriya Tarpanam. Shuchi Raja, that Raja who has now become Shuchi, because he also had bath there in that Ganga water. Swapuram Pravivesha, he entered his own Puri, Ayodhya Puri. He came back to Samruddharthaha Narashreshtaha Swarajyam Prashashasaha. So Samruddharthaha means Siddharthaha, that is somebody who has accomplished his purpose, that Narashreshtaha, great amongst men, Swarajyam Prashashasa, that is he went and ruled over his own kingdom, that is his Koshala kingdom, etc. Pramumodacha lokastam rupam asadyara ghava nashtashoka samruddharto bhuva vigatajwaraha. So Lokaha means here his citizens. So Lokaha Pramumoda, all his citizens also were very happy on Bhagiratha's return. and Nripamasadya Raghava. So hey Raghava, hey Rama, Nripamasadya Pramumoda. So they also, now that Bhagiratha was back, so they also perhaps went and paid their courtesies to him. So they took refuge, shelter under him. That's the meaning. So they were being ruled under him, and under his ruling, so Pramumoda, they were all very happy. Now that Bhagiratha was back, they are all happy under his rule. So they were Nashta Shoka. Earlier, when Bhagiratha went away, they were all sad. Ayo, such a great king, Bhagiratha, he went away. But then now he has come back, therefore Nashta Shoka. Their Shoka on his departure has been now removed on his arrival back. And then Samruddharthaha. So this Lokaha, that is, people have become Samruddhar. They have also become, Samruddharthaha here you can take, because of his rule, even the kingdom, economy, everything became very bountiful, etc. And then Vigata Jwaraha Babhuva, they all lost their, Vigata Jwara has that worry, who will rule us in the absence of such a great king. They had that worry. That worry also was gone away. So Nashta Shokaha and Vigata Jwaraha, as even I'm saying, it's striking me. Nashta Shokaha is their worry. The Shoka, there is the worry of Bhagiratha specifically. Such a great king he was, such a great person he was, he went away to Tapasya. So that is that Shoka. Vigata Jwara, this Jwara here is a general worry about not having any king. So there is no king in the kingdom who will rule. So that both that specific worry about Bhagiratha not being there and the general worry about no king being there, both of that they lost. One more thing I forgot to say, somewhere in these verses, in the commentators, they say, see, Ganga's water is so, what should I say, so divine that even if ashes are washed by Ganga, these people are attaining Swargaloka. What to speak about, if bones are also washed away, and what to speak about if people themselves are going and having baths there. So such is the greatness of एषते राम गंगाया विस्तरोभिहितो मया स्वस्ति प्राप्नुहि भद्रं ते संध्याकालोऽतिवर्तते. सो हे राम, एषते गंगायाः विस्तरः अभिहिता मया अभिहितः. So हे Rama, this is the story of Ganga that has been very elaborately told by me. So that is, Ganga's story has been very elaborately told by me. Vistaraha abhihita maya abhihitah. So in detail it has been told by me. Esha Gangayaha Vistaraha. You can take that way also. Gangayaha Vistaraha is the courses that Ganga, so the expansion of Ganga, that is from Akasha Ganga, she became Tripathaga. So that has been very nicely so far told to you by me. Swasti Prapnuhi Bhadram Te Sandhya Kaloti Vartate. So Swasti Prapnuhi. So this Swasti Prapnuhi Bhadram Te. So two meanings are given there. I am also going to add one more meaning. So Bhadram Te, as usual. So may good happen to you. Swasti Prapnuhi. So Tilakakara is telling Swasti Prapnuhi Bhadram Te. Both mean the same thing. Vishwamitra is blessing him, but he is very happy that he has also told such a great story of Ganga, and this Rama also has asked everybody could listen to the story. So Swasti Prapnuhi Bhadram Te. So Swasti Bhadrayoho Tat Prityadara Suchanartham. So he was very happy. He was very, what should I say, very affectionate towards Rama, and then he was also very happy that he could recount such a great story, not just any other story, but the story of Ganga itself. So Swasti Prapnuhi Bhadram Te. So another so Sandhya Kaloti Vartate. So Sandhya Kala is approaching, He Rama. So you take it now. So this is the second meaning that I am giving, that is Swasti Prapnuhi. So you put an end here. That's the meaning. Let us not go on talking. This is also not my addition. Somebody else is telling here. So Swasti Prapnuhi is, you don't ask any more questions now. Sandhya Kala Ativartate. Sandhya Sandhya Samaya is passing by. Let us, all of us, you also go and do Sandhya Vandanam. I will also go and do Sandhya Vandanam. So Swasti Prapnuhi and Bhadram Te. Swasti Prapnuhi, the second interpretation is no more questions. So let's put a Swasti here. Let's put an end to all this talk here. Bhadram Te, may good happen to you. Sandhya Kalaha Tivartate. Shiromani Kara is telling Swasti Prapnu. Swasti means Sandhya Vandanam, he is telling. So Swasti means, so Swasti Mangala Moolam Sandhyopasanadi Prapnuhi Kuru. Swasti Prapnuhi means go and do Sandhya Vandanam, he is telling. So Swasti means Sandhyopasana. And Prapnuhi means obtain, that is go and do Sandhya Upasana, because Sandhya Kalaha Ativartate. So Sandhya time is passing by, that is, it is now Sandhya Samayam. Let us all go and do Sandhya Vandanam. Dhanyam Yashasya Mayushyam Putriam Swargyam Mathapicha Yashravyati Vipreshu Kshatriyesh Vitareshu Cha Priyante Pitarastasya Priyante Daivatani Cha Idamakhyanamaayushyam Gangavataranam Shubham Yashrunoti Cha Kakuchtha Sarvan Kaman Avapnuyat Sarve Papah Pranashyanti Ayuh Kirtischavardhyate. So by the way, so I have been I mentioned somewhere that Tattvadanandaji explained the meaning of Gayatri Mantra very nicely. He keeps telling that always, but that particular day he told, and I felt it very nicely. I thought finally I have understood what he has been telling all these years. So that I will tell you at the end of today's class. If I forget, please remind me. But let us finish the shlokas first. So this is the Phalashruti for all these 7 chapters of Ganga Avataranam. So we have seen one Phalashruti for so that Kumara Sambhavam, that is Kartikeya story. One more Phalashruti for Ganga. Very rarely Phalashruti comes. So this is only 2 places. Then again the end, I think as far as I remember, even for Sundarakanda, there is no Phalashruti mentioned anywhere. So in the end of Yuddhakanda, at the end, that is the end of Ramayana, there is Phalashruti again. Anyway, Dhanyam, Yashasyam, Ayushyam. So Dhanyam means so that which gives you fulfillment. So Dhanyata, you should take it that way. So that which gives you fulfillment in life. Yashasyam, that which gives you fame in life. Ayushyam, that which gives you Dirgha Ayush in life. So Putriam, that which gives you children. Swargyam, that which gives you Swargaloka Atha. So Swargyam Athapi. So even Swargyam also. So that is even Swarga also it gives you. Yash Shravayati Vipreshu Kshatriyesh Vitareshu Cha. Yes, Shravayati. Shravayati means one who narrates. That is one who makes other people listen. That is one who narrates. Where Vipreshu in the sabha of all Brahmanas, Kshatriyeshu in the sabha of Kshatriyas, by Itareshu in the sabha of Vaishyas and Shudras. That is whoever. So whoever he narrates to. So a person, whoever narrates this story. So to whomever he narrates to, be it whosoever it may be, this person who narrates the story obtains all these things. So the story itself is Dhanyam, Yashasyam, Ayushyam, Putriam, Swargyam. So and then what will happen to that person, it will come later. Anyway, so Priyante Pitaraha Tasya. So Yaha Shravayati, he who narrates the story. So Tasya Pitaraha Priyante, his ancestors. So they obtain Preeti. That is, the ancestors are also, what should I say, satisfied. That is, they also become well worshipped. So Priyante Daivatanicha. So Devatas are also well worshipped by this narration of Ganga story. So by Chakara here, I think Shiromani Kara is telling, even Paramatma gets very happy by that person who narrates the story. Idam Akhyanam Ayushyam. So Ayushyam again, that which gives you Dirghayush. So Gangavataranam Shubham. So Shubham Gangavataranam. That is this story of Ganga, which is very auspicious. So whoever, so Idam Akhyanam means story. So Gangavataranam Akhyanam, the story of Ganga's descent, whoever narrates this to people, his ancestors, etc., will obtain peace, and his devatas are pleased by him, even Paramatma is pleased by him. Yes, Shrunoti cha Kakutstha. So Shravayati is, now Shrunoti is for people who listen. Yes, Shrunoti cha Kakutstha he Rama. Those who listen to it also, Sarvan Kaman Avapnuya, they obtain all their desires. Sarve Papa Pranashyanti, all their papas are removed. Ayuh Kirtischa Vardhate, so they also obtain Ayush and great fame. That is, their fame and Ayush also will increase. Vardhate. So this Sarve Papa Pranashyanti, Ayuh Kirtischa Vardhate, this you have to add to that. The Yash Shravayati also, that is, he who narrates, to him also these things come, and they who listen even to him, even to that. So this happens. See, yes, person narrates, but many people listen. Yaha Shrunoti. Okay, there also one person only is mentioned. Yaha Shrunoti. Anyway, the ideas. So Yaha when it is used. So Swami Chinmayananda very nicely says. So in Bhagavad Gita it comes like that. Yaha, etc. That is whosoever. So whosoever means irrespective of caste, creed, gender, religion, etc. Whoever listens to this story, they obtain these things. That's the meaning. So Sarve Papa Pranashyanti Ayuh Kirtischa Vardhate. This is the end of the 7 sargas of Ganga story. So Ganga, they say, even by taking Ganga name, even the name of Ganga, Ganget Yo Bruyat, there is a shloka like that. Even if somebody says Ganga by mouth, by word, if he says that Ganga Devi will immediately remove all our sins. So this, as a culture, we have great, sanctity attached to Ganga Devi as a river, and one will really realize that there is some samskara based, that is our, we are conditioned that way, and because of that conditioning, I suppose, if you go to Ganga Nadi, wherever it is, so even if it is in very pristine, pure places like Rishikesh and further, I haven't been further to, and even in places like Kolkata, etc., where it is almost, so in Bengal it is joining the Sagara, but by then it's already heavily polluted. Still, that Ganga Nadi gives some sense of sanctity to us, because maybe it is ingrained in our minds. But Ganga Devi is supposed to be so purifying that even by taking her name, we get washed away of all our sins. इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकिये आदि काव्ये बालकांडे चतुश्चत्वारिंशः सर्गः. So 44th sarga is over. Now we are starting with 45th sarga. Again, now new set of stories will start from here. We have to be a little more patient till Rama's words, everything come. So in Ayodhya Kanda it comes. In the end of Balakanda, little of Rama's words, Rama and Sita, they talk, some kind of such things come. But in Ayodhya Kanda onwards, you will see the beauty of Rama. When Rama speaks, the other characters, main characters of Ramayana speak. So you will be so amazed. Their words, Bharata, what he speaks, Shatru, Lakshmana, what he speaks, are all very, very sweet words. So very quotable quotes. All of them are like that. We have to wait some more time. This Balakanda is like that. Many stories and stories keep coming. In fact, the next sarga is going to be about Samudra Manthana. Then Vishwamitra story will come, Ahalya story will come, and all those things are there. Eventually, Sitarama Kalyanam will be there. That is much more, like say, the Delhi bahut dur hai, they say. So there's a lot more time to come, about 77 sargas or something in Balakanda. But anyway, so when we come to Ayodhya Kanda, we will be able to relish Rama's words, Lakshmana, Bharata, everybody's words, the main characters of Ramayana, every one of them is so magnificent when they speak. So they might be speaking good, bad, that is a different thing, but the way they speak is all very sweet. In fact, Tyagaraja says, so Samanam Evaru, Rama ni Samanam Evaru, hey Rama, who's a match to you? You are, so there is no equal to you. And then I think I told this already once. So why is there no equal to you? So because your brothers are so sweet. So paluku laku tene noluku sodarulu gala. So and then the song goes on. So your brothers are so sweet that every word that they utter is like honey. So very sweet words they utter. Therefore, hey Rama, who's equal to you? So your brothers are so great. Your greatness is because of your brothers. He says Rama will be very happy if he listens to such statements. Anyway, atha panchachatvarimsha sargaha, we will see some 10-12 small shlokas only, and then we will end for today. So this sarga has a story of Samudra Manthana. We will see that. So Vishwamitra vacha shrutva Raghava saha Lakshmanaha Vismayam Paramangatva Vishwamitra mathabravit. So Vishwamitra vacha shrutva Raghavaha saha Lakshmanaha. So saha Lakshmanaha Raghava. Raghava always speaks along with Lakshmana. That is, Rama always speaks for Rama and Lakshmana. In the Laukika context, we can say, who are you to speak for me? Who are you to speak for this community? Such things they say. But when Rama speaks, he's always speaking along for Lakshmana also. At least for Lakshmana also, he's speaking. So Raghavaha saha Lakshmanaha Vishwamitra, having heard the words of Vishwamitra that he spoke so far, very long story, from chapters to chapters together he spoke so far. So Vismayam Paramam Gatva, having been amazed by that word. So Vismayam Gatva means having obtained amazement, that is having been amazed. So great amazement he got. Vishwamitra Atha Bravit. So here Atha means the next morning. So all commentators are telling like that. The next morning when they woke up, so he spoke the following words to Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra Atha Bravit. Atyadbhutam idam brahman kathitam paramam tvaya gangavataranam punyam sagarasyapi puranam क्षणभूतेव नवरात्रिः संवृत्तेयं परन्तप इमां चिन्तयतः सर्वां निखिलेन कथां तव. सो अत्यद्भुतम् इदं ब्रह्मन्, हे ब्रह्मर्षि विश्वामित्र. सो अत्यद्भुतम् इदं कथितं त्वया. So त्वया paramam atyadbhutam kathitam. So such great story, such amazing story has been uttered by you, hey Brahmarshi Vishwamitra. Gangavataranam punyam. What is that story? The descent, the story of the auspicious story of Ganga's descent. Sagarasyapi puranam, even the filling of that Sagara. So how was Sagara filled? When Ganga flew. So Ganga, what should I say? Ganga flowed or whatever. So Ganga came by that way and then it filled that entire land which was dug up by Sagara's putras. So Sagarasyapi puranam. Kshanabhuteva navratrihi samvritteyam parantapa. Parantapa means, so parantapayati, the one who scorches his enemies. So hey Vishwamitra, so navratrihi kshanabhuteva samvritta. So yam navratrihi, this night of ours, kshanabhuteva samvritta. So as though it was just a kshana, that is, we were thinking about that story. So chintayataha. So we have been thinking about this story and it was so amazing to us that this entire night we were thinking about it and the night passed as though it is just a moment. So kshanabhuteva, now means are both of us. ratrihi samvritta. It has passed away as though it's a kshana. Imam chintayatah sarvam nikhilena katham. So imam katham sarvam nikhilena chintayatah now ratrihi, so kshana bhuteva samvritta. So the ratri of us both who have been thinking of this story, so nikhilena in its entirety and in completely as you have uttered, we have been thinking about it, and therefore, and it was so amazing that our night passed like it was as though a moment. तस्य सा शर्वरी सर्वा मम सौमित्रिणा सह जगाम चिन्तयानस्य विश्वामित्रकथां शुभाम्. So tasya sa sharvari sarva. So tasya, so sa sharvari. So mama sharvari means night. So our night Saumitrina. So my night along with Saumitrina saha. So my night along with Lakshmana. That is the night of both of us. So tasya sa katham chintayanasya sharvari. So jagama. So our night passed by our thinking of this story. So tasya sa katham chintayanasya sharvari jagama. Our night passed, sharvari jagama, passed by thinking of that story. That so tasya means Gangayaha, tasya katham, tasya sa katham chintayanasya means we were reflecting upon what you told. So by that reflection alone, our night passed away. So our night passed, katham, shubham katham, very auspicious story you told us, and by reflecting on it, our night passed. Now again, see here, there seems to be some problem in the verses itself. See again, tatah prabhate vimale, he is telling again. Valmiki is telling that in the morning again Rama told to Vishwamitra. So it's not very clear what this means here. So Tilakakara is telling here once again Valmiki is just repeating what he has already told. That is, so far he told that Rama woke up in the morning, he went to Vishwamitra and told this is very amazing, etc. That same thing Valmiki is repeating. Why exactly he is repeating, we don't know. Maybe it is a problem with manuscripts, etc. But anyway, the verses are there. Commentators are also pointing out that this doesn't seem to be, in fact, some of these shlokas are not there in one of these pathas, etc. Anyway, so tatah prabhate vimale vishwamitram tapodhanam uvacha raghavo vakyam kritanhikam arindamah. So tatah prabhate, so vimale prabhate, tatah means thereafter, that is they slept the last night, then vimale prabhate, the next morning. So very clear morning it was. Vimale prabhate vishwamitram tapodhanam raghavaha uvacha. So Raghava Rama spoke the following words to Vishwamitra, who was tapodhana. So he had such great tapas shakti. That's the meaning. Tapodhanam Vishwamitram. So Vakyam Kritanhikam. So Kritanhikam Vishwamitram, to Vishwamitra, who has performed his Pratah Kala, Sandhya, and then as other Anhika Kriyas, etc. He finished them, and Rama also finished. That's the meaning. He also finished. Vishwamitra also finished. Then Rama went to Vishwamitra, and so Arindamaha. Arindamaha is here for Rama. So Arindamaha is one who put an end to his enemies. That Rama Vishwamitram Uvacha. So he spoke the following words to Vishwamitra. Gata Bhagavati Ratrihi Shrotavyam Paramadbhutam Tarama Saritam Shreshtham Punyam Tripathagam Nadim. So Gata Bhagavati Ratrihi, so Shrotavyam Paramadbhutam. So by this, so Paramadbhutam Shrotavyam Bhagavati Ratrihi Gata, by this listening to this great story of Ganga, etc. So Bhagavati Ratrihi Gata, this very auspicious night passed. So why is it called Bhagavati Ratri? One of the Tikakaras are telling it is Bhagavati Ratrihi because that was a night when we were thinking about such a great river like Ganga. So because of our thinking of Ganga, the night also became Bhagavati, very respectable, auspicious, etc. So Ratri, Bhagavati Ratrihi Gata, then Tarama Saritam Shreshtham Punyam Tripathagam Nadim. Now they are on the banks of Ganga, they have to go further, So Rama is telling, so Saritam Shreshtham Punyam Tripathagam Nadim Tarama. So hey Vishwamitra, so we will cross now this great river. So Nadim, Tripathagam Nadim, this Ganga, who so now Rama knows why Ganga is called Tripathaga. So he is using Tripathaga as an adjective to that Nadi. And Punyam Nadim, so that great auspicious Nadi. And Shreshtham Nadim, so great Nadi, so best amongst all the Nadis. Saritam Shreshtham, so best amongst all the Nadis. So Tarama, let us cross over. Now Resha hi sukhastirna rishinam punyakarmanam bhagavantamiha praptam nyatva tvaritamagata. So Esha nauhu, this boat, so sukhastirna, so it has that spread, the bedding, etc., which is very comfortable. Sukhastirna nauhu, rishinam punyakarmanam. So it seems this boat is specially for great rishis who have done great karmas. So rishinam punyakarmanam esha nauhu. This boat belongs to great rishis who have done great punyakarmas. This boat is for them. So bhagavantam iha praptam jnatva tvaritam agata. So bhagavantam iham praptam jnatva. So Bhagavan means here Vishwamitra. So that it seems that it's that both thought that this great Vishwamitra has come. So quickly it approached that place where Vishwamitra was there. So Bhagavantam iham praptam jnatva, having known that such a great person, this Vishwamitra, has come here, tvaritam agata, very quickly that boat came to that place where this Vishwamitra was there. तस्य तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा राघवस्य महात्मनः संतारं कारयामास सर्षिसंघस्य कौशिकः. So तस्य राघवस्य तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा, having heard those words of Raghava, Rama, महात्मनः राघवस्य, the words of that Mahatma Raghava. So santaram karayamasa. So Kaushikaha, that Kaushika, which is Vishwamitra, Sarshisanghasya santaram karayamasa. So he caused that Rishi Sangha, he was also there with many rishis, other rishis. So he caused all of them to cross the river. That is, he made them cross the river, and he also, along with Rama Lakshmana, they also crossed the river. Santaram karayamasa. Karayamasa means he caused them to cross the river. Along with them, he also crossed. Uttaram tiramasadya sampujyarshi ganam tataha ganga kule nivishtaste vishalam dadrushuh purin. So Uttaram tiramasadya, having approached, having reached the other bank of that river, that is, they were on the one bank, then they took that boat and then they crossed and went to the other bank. So here Tarayamasa means, Karayamasa, Santaram Karayamasa means he made them cross the river through boatsmen, etc. So they didn't row the boat themselves. So he engaged some boatsmen and they went to that. So Uttaram Tiramasadya, having obtained the other bank, Sampujya Rishi Ganam Tataha, Sampujya Rishi Ganam Tataha. So there were some rishis on the other bank of that river. So these people got down from the boat and they saw these rishis. Immediately they worshipped those rishis. So having worshipped them, Ganga Kule Nivishtaha te Vishalam Dadrushuhu Purim. So Ganga Kule Nivishtaha, they all sat down for some time on the banks of that Ganga. Ganga Kule means on the banks of Ganga river. Nivishtaha, they all sat down for some time, and then Vishalam Dadrushuhu Purim, and then in front of them there was that Vishala. Vishala is one of the 7 nagaris, you must have heard. So Vishala Kalyani Sputaruchi Ayodhya Kuvalayaihi. So Kripa Dhara Kimapi Madhura Bhogavatika, etc. There's a shloka like that in Saundarya Lahari. So Vishala, so it's one of the Sapta Moksha Puris, I think. So Vishala is one of those Puris. I don't know what the modern name is. Maybe on Valmiki Ramayana it might be written somewhere. So that Vishala Dadrushuhu Purim, that Vishala, that particular city called Vishala, they saw. So they were sitting on the banks of Ganga, and in front of them this great city Vishala is there. Tato Munivaras Turnam Jagama Saha Raghavaha Vishalam Nagarim Ramyam Divyam Swargopamam Tada. So Tataha Munivaraha Turnam Jagama Saha Raghavaha, that Munivaraha Vishwamitra along with this Raghava Rama, immediately, very quickly they approached that city of Vishala. Vishalam Nagarim Ramyam Divyam Swargopamam Tada. So Turnam Jagama means very quickly they went. So where did they go? Vishalam Nagarim, that city called Vishala, which is Ramyam. Ramya is very captivating, and Divyam, very divine. Divya means Aprakrita. It is not like any other city that Vishala to see. Then Swargopamam, so it is equal to Swarga in its beauty, etc. In its Mahima, it is equal to Swarga. Such kind of Vishala, that Nagari, immediately, very quickly they entered, Vishwamitra entered along with Raghava and other Munis also. Atha Ramo Mahaprajnaha Vishwamitram Mahamunim Papracha Pranjalir Bhutva Vishalam Uttamam Purim. So Atha Ramaha Mahaprajnaha, this Rama who was very intelligent, Vishwamitram Mahamunim Papracha, he asked Vishwamitra, this Mahamuni Vishwamitra, he asked, what did he ask? So how did he ask? Pranjalihi Bhutva, very obediently. So he did Namaskaram to Vishwamitra, and then he asked Vishalam Uttamam Purim. So he asked Vishala Puri, that is he asked about this Vishala Nagari, Vishalam Uttamam Purim, that great Puri Vishala, he asked about it. What is this kingdom? Who is the king, etc. He is going to tell in the next shloka what he asked. Katamo Rajavamshoyam Vishalayam Mahamune Shrotum Ichhami Bhadram Te Param Kautuhalam Hime. So Katamaha Rajavamshoyam. That is, this is being ruled by which Rajavamsha? This great Vishala Nagari. It seems to be very nice to see. So who's the ruler? Which family, which dynasty is ruling this Puri? So Vishalayam, he Mahamune Vishwamitra. So Vishalayam Katamaha Rajavamshaha Ayam. So Ayam Vishalayam Katamaha Rajavamshaha. Who's ruling over this Vishala Nagari? And Ayam Shrotum Ichhami. You can take that way also. So I desire to know this who's ruling over, etc. Bhadramte, may good happen to you. Param Kautuhalam Hime. I'm very inquisitive to know who's ruling over this very beautiful looking city, etc. Rama asks, and then the next shloka onwards, Vishwamitra narrates the story, but as an introduction to Vishala's greatness itself, he is going to talk about Sagara Mathanam, which is what this Sarga is going to be, which we will see tomorrow. So we will end here for now. So and then I will tell you about Gayatri Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tatsat Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakāñjalim Bashpavari Paripurnalocanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. So the Swamiji always keeps telling that Gayatri Mantra is like a Mahavakya actually. So how is it? So he keeps telling that only that particular day I actually understood what he means by it. That is, you see, what is the mantra? So Tat Savituhu Varenyam Bhargaha Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. So Naha Dhiyaha Prachodayat. So may that Savituhu Varenyam Bhargaha, that great effulgence, Bhargaha, effulgence of that Savita Devata. So Savita is supposed to be so Savitri Devata, they say. So Savita is the Devata for the Gayatri Mantra. Savituhu Varenyam Bhargaha, that great effulgence of that Savita. Devasya Dhimahi, that Savituhu Devasya Bhargaha Dhimahi. We meditate upon that effulgence of Savita. So why do we meditate? Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. So may that effulgence, what should I say, inspire our thoughts. So I always thought, so he explained that way. So that day, so we are worshipping that Savita. Okay, where is that Savita? That Savita is not there in front of us as Surya, etc. Anyway, that is there. So, but then that Savita, that Savita is there within us as the Atma Chaitanyam. How can you say that it is within us? Because if it was outside there, then it cannot inspire your thoughts. If it is the Atma Chaitanyam, then it can inspire your thoughts. That's the meaning. So maybe it's not very profound to you, but to me that day it struck very profoundly. So Dhiyo Yonah Prachodaya, that makes this mantra as the Mahavakya. That makes the mantra as something Adhyatmik and not Adhidaivika or Adibhautika also. So it makes the mantra Adhyatmika because so Dhiyo Yonah Prachodaya, the sun that is there outside cannot inspire your thoughts, but the sun that is within you, sun in quotes, so the sun within you, that is Atma Chaitanyam, can inspire your thoughts. That is, it is a Sakshi, that is the meaning Prachodaya. There is not particularly, that is one level of thinking of the mantra. May good thoughts arise due to me, due to the blessing of that Savita Devata. That is one level. Many people say that. It is also very true. I have no doubts about it at all. I can maybe vouch from personal experience also that some very nice as in thoughts that are very, I don't know, auspicious and helpful, clarifying, all that things come by doing Sandhya Vandanam, etc. But Dhiyo Yonah Prachodaya, there, that illuminating our thoughts there means Sakshi. As Sakshi, it is the uninvolved witness that illumines all our thoughts, that is there within us. So it is a prayer to that Sakshi Chaitanyam. You can take it that way also. Maybe that is the more higher and the actual meaning of the mantra. But of course, as illuminating the thoughts or inspiring our thoughts, inspire us to make those good thoughts come. That way also, it's a very valid kind of mantra. So there is no mantra equal to Gayatri. Is the unanimous, what should I say, Ghoshana of all the Vedas, of all the Mahatmas. So there is no greater mantra than that. So na Savitriyaha Paramam Mantraha, etc. There are some Smriti Vakyas also. Anyway, so it helps both ways. That's what I'm trying to say. Even as an Adhyatmik, it is anyway an Adhyatmik mantra, but also for Vedantins, it is a nice Upasana, and also for people who want, some kind of Laukika things to be accomplished. Even that way, it is a very nice mantra, because every achievement presupposes some thought behind it. So it seems in the UN Charter it is written, Swami Ranganathanandaji used to say that all wars start in the minds of men, and it is there that this has to be addressed. It seems something like this is there in UN Charter. So for good or bad, all actions, that all successful and unsuccessful, all actions start in the mind as a thought. So for the action to be successful, it has to be well inspired. So it has to be coming out from a very strong source, and that source is what I pray for. So even if I have some kamya karma, it has to start with a thought. The success of that kamya karma depends on a thought. So that thought, may this devaha, this Bhagavan or whatever Chaitanyam is within you, may it inspire you, and then ultimately may I remain as Sakshi. That is also the ultimate meaning perhaps of this Gayatri Mantra. I thought I will tell you this. Maybe that day had I told, it would have been more effective, but anyway, I thought since one of you asked also, I have told today. Okay, Om, if you have anything now.